Hi there, it's Daily Insights on Business and Branding, and today we are talking about four of the insights I wrote on here. The first one is do not seek for perfect puzzle. There is no such thing. Successful businesses do not always become so because of calculations, but because of somebody's dedication to them. So I'm not saying that calculations are bad, because of course you have to calculate, you have to measure your growth, you have to analyze the statistics that you have. You can't grow big if you're not, good at math. It's obvious. But people are not rational creatures. If there would be no irrational decisions or emotions in us, we wouldn't need any brands. We wouldn't need luxury cars. We wouldn't need anything which is not rational, right? We could be driving cheap Toyotas, or that would be enough for us. That would be practical. We would be like a Scrooge on Christmas. But the thing is, sometimes things work out just because we are irrational. Humans, when they are creating something, when they love what they do, when they love the company they're building, when they love person, they are not making rational decisions. And sometimes you are working in business and it's not showing the results in first months as expected, or in first couple of months, but only through being dedicated and through having that belief inside of you, through being irrational, through opposing to people around you who are saying their opinions based on calculated data. Sometimes things work out. And that's because we are too silly or not educated enough or not experienced enough. Things work out. So if I knew what I would be encountering in agency or in business, I wouldn't start it. Okay, I would just go straight to work from first class of my university, first grade of my university. Sorry. So I would just maybe avoid this fate because it's hard, and you can deal with it when you know what's coming up in the next months. But if you see that right now, like looking back, I see that I had more than just one hard month. I had like years of hardship. And if I would start this path all over again, I love what I do, but maybe I wouldn't go there because it's too hard. And I think I'm getting these phrases maybe from Jeff Bezos. He said the same thing, that he is like, if I would have to start it all over, I wouldn't do this because I would know too much and I wouldn't be as silly to start it over. So sometimes just because we are too silly, things work out. And that's why people are getting dedicated to their work, to their business, and we should be going sometimes when it doesn't seem rational. Second thing is partner forward efficiency. That's the thing I listened to on one of the podcasts about Rihanna. So she's building Fenty and Fenty the company, and she'd have to partner with companies who have large distribution system, which she doesn't have at the moment. So she's partnering for efficiency, and it was told to be like smart tactics, maybe strategy long term. So yes, partnering for efficiency is really important. Sometimes when you do not have financial resources, or you do not have knowledge or license or other stuff, that's what we do in business. Pretty basic one, but I wrote that down. Why? Because sometimes I'm afraid of partnering with others because I'm avoidant of anything unknown, of unknown niches, things that I do not get. And if I would be partnering with development agencies or SMMA agencies or others, I do that, but I'm always trying to be cautious because I'm not an expert in that niche, and it's hard for me to figure out whether they are a real expert in the niche. It's hard for me to trust those people without having previous experience. But yeah, partnering for efficiency, that's what I wrote down for myself, to remember this and to remember that it's really wise and I can't be doing everything myself. The next thing is unless you have a brand, you have to reload all of your sales next month. That sucks. So yeah, there are a lot of niches where people have companies, but they do not have connection with their audience. They do not have recurring sales, repeated sales. People do not care about the brand. They do not know the people behind the business and other stuff, and it takes time to build brand. But the thing that actually sucks is not having recurrent sales, is having to reload your sales again and again each and every month. I know that it's hard, and I'm trying to build right now an agency system of having this recurring sales through having some partnership partnership programs. I'm not saying problems. Sorry. So yeah, I would have recurring clients from those partnerships, but it's really hard because in the niche of branding, I should be creating new brands. And I tried to niche, I saw it, and I talked to my team a lot about this. And at the start of the agency, also sort of niching down and working with them, like specific companies. But our niche is so branding niche. It's so specific, it's so peculiar that it's hard to come up with one niche you would be doing branding for. Why? Because it restricts the creativity. If we would be making branding just for bakeries, yes, we would be pros in this niche. But all of these bakeries would be same. We might come up with ideas for like 10, 20, maybe 100 bakeries. But if we'd only have clients from this niche, everybody would look alike, everybody would have similar structure of branding, and that's bad. Then the sense of having a brand is lost if we'd be making just branding for this niche. But by having branding cases for construction and for fashion industry, for crypto industry, for bakeries, we are differentiating it, and we are growing our creativity, and we're not restricting our creative agency, right? And we are staying creative. We are linking the niches between each other, and bringing ideas from bakeries to construction sites, and it's making it interesting. That's why we're not yet niched down. And what I was talking about, I forgot. So yeah, that's why it's hard for us right now to just build some retainer or subscription based agency for a specific niche. That's was just me explaining some inside process to you. Another thing is, people want to scale because they have insecurities of not growing fast enough. And here I have a comment on that. So I experienced two really things that are different, polar things. First, I tried to scale up way too fast. Like in 1 month, I increased investments on advertisement and on sales connections on Upwork and other stuff, and I don't know, maybe 10x. And well, it didn't go well, let's put it this way. And I hired a new member for agency in the same week, and that was way too low that week. We grew, but that was not substantial. I was so insecure of not growing fast enough that I just went all in, and it was a really bad idea. Why I can explain to you later, but I guess I talked about that in some videos on burnout or something like that. And the second polar thing I did right after scaling up too fast, I stopped and tried to keep the things still as they are, because I thought then nothing would go wrong if I'd be just doing the things as they are in the agency, not growing and not improving, not changing anything. And I went back to doing design cases right after a week of that scaling up. Because when we were scaling up, we were having like a lot of cases and they were all messed up. They were not organized, and design was a bit off in that week, to be honest. So I just thought, okay, I made a mistake. Now I'm getting back to all the cases and I want all in design. And right now we're not. I blew up lead generation and sales, and I'm making tons of mistakes in this agency, and it's teaching me a lot, obviously. So yeah, right now we are scaling up, but we are making that in a bit more slower rhythm so that we wouldn't fuck it all up. So these are all the insights I have for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.